Hey y'all, Rabbit Cat here, and today we are writing and we're having lunch. Um, I had a bunch of my friends vote for the stories that I could not make up my mind of what I wanted to write. So I have four stories that I started that I never got the chance to finish because I've been insanely busy. Plus, I have one that I have to basically put together still. I didn't even do anything. This whole thing is like written in ideas basically, and how step by step on how things will basically play out in the whole story. But this one I still have yet to do to even start. But okay, so we got the first story, which would be right here. I still have yet to figure this out, so we'll go by year. Then I have this story, and if you get the meaning of the unsinkable, what ship was known as the unsinkable but ended up sinking? That should give it away right there, Titanic. So that's one, and as you can tell, it's going to be told by first class passenger and a third class passenger, and here's the names right here. Can't really give away too much. And then here's the one that everybody voted for, a werewolf story. So as you can see, I already started off with it. I am going to go through it, reread everything, and probably rewrite it again, but I don't know. I might continue on where I left off at. Then here's the fourth one. This one and the werewolf were recommended or ideas given to me by my boyfriend, who I was asking at the time. I don't know what to write, and yeah. This one right here is actually something I started writing when I was drunk, November 26th, as you could tell, of last year. I pretty much have this one at pretty much front and back. But yeah, I'm going to eventually finish that. I don't know when. But then, yeah, that's the fourth one. So this is the one that we're going to work on today. This one. But I don't want to show anybody yet. So we're going to put that to the side. And yeah, I figured I'd do this live. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas, as this is a werewolf story, as you could tell. And I don't want to just make it strictly just horror. I mean, I do want to make it scary and maybe some gruesome details involved, but I also want to add some humor, comedic flair to it, but not too much, because it's supposed to be a scary story. I want to incorporate as much as I can. I am trying to expand my horizon in writing. And if you have not yet already, check my YouTube channel. I have a little... I don't know if I got rid of it. That's the thing. Might not check the channel. I don't know for sure. But there might be. I don't know if I got rid of it or not. I have a little playlist of me reading all the ones that I already had done, though I have not read the recent ones that I just finished not too long ago. But anyways, we'll get to that. If not, I'll just have to redo it anyways. That's fine. So this is what we're working with today, and we're going to use the color green. I have a bunch of gel pens. I couldn't figure out what color to use. Almost said wear. But yeah, so if interested, stick around. You can also throw out some pointers. I need to go get my thesaurus, wherever the hell that's at. So hold on a second. Give me a couple minutes. Let me look for my thesaurus. Not going too far. Alright, here's the thesaurus. Oops. And then I have a folder full of words that I can possibly use. Alright. surprised it's not even showing me bouncing around on the bed. Okay, so before we get going, I'm going to eat some soup. If you have any recommendations, if anybody wants to say anything, want to say hi, whatever, feel free. I will please keep in mind that I'm trying to keep a positive atmosphere. Anybody who does anything negative or mean will be removed. Blocked. Worse. So if you want to say hi, go ahead. Feel free. But, alright. So, yeah. I also have a thesaurus here, just to show you guys. And then this folder has a bunch of words that I already have written out. There's a lot of them. But, yeah. I've been trying to expand my vocabulary. Hey! What's up, Soupy? Yeah, I was playing earlier. I got aggravated and people were pissing me off. You know how that is with Call of Duty, unfortunately. So yeah, let me see, where, okay. Hold on a second. I'm a creative writer, just so you know. I don't know if you can hear me. If not, I'll just plug in my headset for my PlayStation. Ow. Can you hear me clearly, or do I need to plug in my headset or my PlayStation headset that I can actually plug into my phone? Okay, can you hear me good? Is there any static or anything, like any like feedback, I guess is the word I'm looking for? I don't know if you saw, but I do have a story that I did start writing as a drunk person. Alright, I'm going to show you my completed work, my writing stuff here. Let me put this. Actually, I should show you the future one that I'll be working on pretty soon. Put that on top. Okay. Okay, good. That's good. That's all I'm worried about, because I'm actually using a different phone. Not my actual phone. This is my actual phone right here, actually. But I had a phone before that, another iPhone, and damn screen cracked because I ended up dropping it, which was not my intention. But, you know how that goes. Yay, fun stuff. But, alright, so let me remove this out of the way. Put that over there. Alright, so I'll show you my works, my completed projects, writing projects, that is. I might have to rewrite that one again, unfortunately. That's okay. Alright, so here's the first one. Yeah, I love Stephen King and I love Anne Rice. Those are like my, well, more so Anne Rice than anybody else. I love Anne Rice. She's the reason, well, yeah. She's the reason why, technically, no, that's a lie. I'll show you my, let me see if I can find the damn, where is that book? I have a book that really inspired me to be an author. Where the hell is it? I have a book and I don't know where it went. Son of a nutcracker. I put it somewhere. Oh, I should definitely show that. I'm trying to find my Bram Stoker's Dracula book. Apparently I can't find the damn thing. That's okay. Anyways, moving on. I can't find my damn book. But anyways, the author that really got me hooked on vampires in general was Bram Stoker's. And then it went from Bram Stoker's to Anne Rice. I know, right? That's like my favorite. I love it. Alright, so this is the first project. I don't know if you're familiar with role-playing on, like, just typing out stuff. I'm a part of a online community. It's IMVU. It's a 3D chat client. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's almost like Second Life, but Second Life you can actually move your shit around. Where, I mean, you can do the same thing with IMVU, but it's much more virtual reality with Second Life. IMVU, you have avatars that you get to have fun with. But anyways, that's how I started role-playing. I've been role-playing for the past 10, 11 years on there. I've been on there since 2010, actually. But, yeah, so that's how I started off the role-playing. And basically, when you role-play on there, you basically, as it shows right here, being very, very descriptive. Like, how, if you read this, I don't know if you can see it completely clearly or not. But, yeah, that's basically how I role-play. And now, mind you, my role-playing skills have evolved over the years due to one, I don't know if you're familiar with the lifestyle of BDSM. Well, there's another one. It's called Gore, or Gorean. Gorean. And it's different from BDSM, but it's a lot harsher, actually. But, with the help of being in that for several years, my role-playing skills and me being a little bit more descriptive in how I write things has helped immensely. But here's another one that I have. They all have, like, a name to them. So this is, I can't remember the name of it. I'll have it on my phone. Damn it. Where's my phone? I'm gonna tell you right now. I know this one is called Self-Image for sure, because that's basically what it is. It's a woman who doesn't have, I've been told that these are, what's the word I'm trying to look for that I got fucking blamed for several times because I stole these, or I'm doing something, I can't remember the name of it. Okay, this one's Dusk on the Beach. Or no, this is Self-Image. This is Dusk on the Beach. Yeah, where I get claimed, or I get, not bullied, but people tell me that, you know, I don't know how to write. I shouldn't be writing from a point of view. And that's how I see it. Like, that's how I see when I write stories. It has to come to a point of view, or you're telling a story of someone else. That's how I like to write. And honestly, I feel it's much more personable if it comes from a point of view. You know what I mean? Like how it says, like with the self-image. It's basically like putting you in someone else's shoes, basically. It's like you living through that person's eyes of what they go through every day, basically. That's why I call it my POVs, because that's basically what it is. It's showing you what that person goes through and what they don't like and what they do like. This one is, as I said, Dusk on the Beach. Then I have, this one is, okay, this one, I don't know if you're against or anything that makes you uncomfortable, but this is based off my real life experience. This is called The Abusive Boyfriend. This, before the boyfriend I have now, I had a boyfriend many years ago. It was like 2008, somewhere around in there. And, he had anger problems, and he would take that shit out on me. And it was so bad that the day that I told him I did not want to deal with him anymore, that I wanted to break up, he broke a mirror over my head and slammed my head into a brick wall. And that was the end of it. I've tried multiple times to put a PFA against him. He denied everything. There's nothing I can do. But yeah, I decided to share my story, even though most of it, it's like more 50-50. 50 of it being true and 50 I had to add on to make it story like, you know what I mean? But it's still based off a true story because of the experience that I went through. You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of people do that. And I got freaking bitched at because of that, of course. You know. People are very judgmental nowadays. God forbid. Alright. Yeah, I know, right? And then here's one. This is based off, not a real life experience, but it could be based off of a real life experience. As you can see, it's first tornado experience. It's something that I love. I love tornadoes. So I was like, well, let's portray myself as a guy. As you can tell, drinking a cold beer, watching The Transporter. I was like, I didn't know how else to start off. I'm like, Jason Statham. Yes. Yes, please. But anyways, like, I was like, I could do a first time experience from a female, but then, you know, with some of us women who likes to take things out of proportion and become drama queens and whine and bitch and moan, complain, where a guy has that I don't give a fuck attitude. That's basically what I was going for in this one. And then, like, you know, as you can tell, that's basically what it is. He's a guy who's watching a movie and he's drinking cold beer. He don't give a fuck. He doesn't care. Storm shit going off. And, you know, the only thing that really, you know, rattles him is, I can't really give it away. I was thinking about, if you're up for it later on, maybe I could do it. I'll do a read of all these. And I don't want to give anything away, but something happens to this guy that he makes the experience worse, basically. Let's just put it that way. Alright, so that's that. Then, oh, there's a clear page here. Alright, so here's this. Another thing that I love is sharks. I'm a great white shark fanatic thanks to my favorite movie in the whole wide world, Jaws. So this is basically about two friends going swimming in the ocean, basically. And it's front and back. 4 pages, basically. But yeah. Yeah, that's like my favorite movie. Made me love Great Whites more. Alright, so there's those stories. Those were done a long time ago. About last year, I think it is. Alright, so then I have these two, which I could just completed not too long ago. Let's see this one. Let's see. This one is... Oh. This one is called... Oh, Robert Shaw. He's my favorite. He's the one that plays Quint. He cracks me up. Like, I love him in that movie so much. Farewell and adieu to your fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu to you ladies of Spain. For we were... I always fuck that part up. For we received word from the sail back to Boston. And so nevermore shall we see you again. And then Hooper comes in, show me the way to go home. That's like my favorite part of the whole movie is when they're drinking and eating. They just got done eating dinner and they're comparing scars. And then Quick goes into the Indianapolis. I can't say that word. Indianapolis. Whatever. You know what I mean. And then that part happens and that's just the best part. Anyways. Yeah, with drink to your legs. Alright, so this one is called The First Light of Day. This, as you could tell, was done just recently, not last month, but the month, May, June, July. Okay, so last month, sorry. But, yeah, this one, so there's that. And then this one, I'm going to have to rewrite again because apparently I did it upside down, which was not the intention. But anyways, this one is called A Dream. This is based off a dream that I have had reoccurring since I was a kid, and it just evolved from there. But, yeah, there's that. As I said, I try not to have things like that where I can flip it up and down. I like to be able to do this. And then, as you can tell, if I did that, it looks upside down. But this one was done June 30th as well. Well, rewriting, that is. But, yeah. So, there's those. What the hell? Okay, so then I have this long-ass project that I will be eventually. I don't know when. Because, as I said, I got technically 5 things I need to, finish. But here's one. I don't know if you're familiar with K-pop. It's Korean. Korean pop. So this is my next big project, and it's probably gonna take months upon months upon months to put together. So YG is one of the big musical groups in K-pop industry. They're the ones that are responsible. I do believe they just debuted Treasure, which is a boy group, and then My Girls, Blackpink. So yeah, that's my big project that I've been wanting to do. And then this is basically all the information that I'm going to go through, write down. This is about the YG. This is everything that is required of a trainee. That's what they call it back in freaking Korea when they're auditioning for shit. So, and it could take up to 6 to 12 years for a girl, if she makes it, to debut. That is a long time, because the shit that they have to go through is crazy. Like, there's numerous tests. I think it's like 2 or 3 tests every 2, 3, possibly 4 months. And then they have the yearly test to see if they're able to debut, basically. As I said, it could take the 6 to 12 years for a girl to debut as a soloist or a part of a girl group or whatever. So, yeah. But, that's that. I will show you. I don't think you even, yeah, it's crazy. You should check out their freaking, they have weird ass, they have to look a specific way, they have to be a certain way. So a lot of girls, in particular girls, have passed out on stage because of this shit. So, all right. I'm going to incorporate the werewolf story into this pile because what I'm about to show you is basically the list of the pile of stories that I have yet to even finish. So, I had all my friends vote 1 through 4. And as you can tell, number 3, including my boyfriend who voted, which is number 3, got the first lead. The second lead would be the first, and then I'm going to have a revote on both these because they're both at 6. But this is the one I'm working on. This is what I'm going to work on next, and then I'm going to do a revote on these two. But anyways. Alright, so here's the pile of stories that I started that have not... Technically, this hasn't even been started. But, yeah. Here's the 4. So this one is basically question mark relaxing. I don't know what else to explain it. It's basically just chilling out. I can't really give much away. If you're familiar with the Titanic, this is based off 2 passengers who survived the Titanic sinking. I'm going to do 2 different points of views. One's going to be much... I mean, they're both going to be traumatic, but I think one more so than the other is going to be traumatic. There's the werewolf one, which is the one you saw. So that goes down there. Then this one, this is the story that I did while I was drunk. I told my boyfriend maybe I should get drunk again and complete it. Because then this way, I wouldn't have to rewrite it. I mean, I would have to rewrite it as it is, but I told him I might not even have him edit. I might have him edit it a little bit, but I wanted to make sense to people to know that I did it while drunk. So, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to be perfect, but I do want it perfect. So, yeah, this has been hell and back. This right here, unfortunately, that stain down there is from the vodka that I spilled. Yeah, anyways. Long, front and back. Yeah, has not been finished yet. I'm debating if I should actually continue it while drunk or not. But then here's that thing I was telling you about BDSM and gore. This is based off of gore. This has a lot. This hasn't even been started writing yet. These are just ideas on how things are going to play out. These are the characters right here. And then that's it. And these are just basically what would happen. Brainstorming, as it says. Yeah, there's a lot. But, yeah. That's basically it. As I said, I also have a thesaurus right there. Because I have a problem with using the same words over and over again. God forbid. So, this folder is actually full of words that I already written out. But I kind of figured, I mean, if I had problems trying to find a certain word or whatever, like I know sometimes I'm going to need to use the word patient, and there's a whole freaking list, as you can tell. That's basically every single word associated with patient. So it could be patient as in patience, like you need to be patient, or a patient of a doctor's office or whatever. But like that's an example. There's a lot more. So anyways, where is me pen? Damn it. Ow. Alright. I need to eat my soup before it gets cold. Sheesh. So yeah, I need to get the ball rolling. Anyways, enough of what I'm doing. How are you, soup? Literally, that's what I'm eating. That's what she said. I can watch what I'm saying, what you're saying on my YouTube channel. That's awesome. Yeah, I hear you. I've been busy from this past week and the week before that with doctor's appointments and shit. It's crazy. I told my boyfriend, I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere this weekend. He's like, what happens if we have to go shopping? I'm like, I'm not going anywhere, damn it. I'm like, I don't want to go anywhere. So, not going anywhere, I'm staying home. Alright. So, let's see what we have written. Oops. Going with green, as I said. I have a bunch of colors, gel pens and stuff. I was like, let's go green. I'm always using purple or black. Alright, so this is what I have so far. And mind you, this is just a rough draft, so this isn't exactly how it's going to be looking. Where's my black pen? Disappeared, apparently. Just like man. Oh well. Anyways, alright, so press that out. Alright, so I like to reread things that I do before I move on. And I probably reread this 5,000 times. So yeah, I'm basically starting it off gentle, basically, before it gets crazy. I don't want to go all in and say, oh yeah, he bit off my arm, killed me. The end. I don't want to do that. And as you can tell, that's a reference. Two lovers, if you've seen Titanic, two young lovers who fight for love, but end up almost dying due to a sinking ship. No, this is the story that I am working on. It's a werewolf story. I already did the shark story. I mean, I could do another one if you're offering. This is the werewolf story. I want to start it off slow and then gradually build it up. When I was, I think it was my senior year in high school, I had a binder compared to what I have now. Actually, I think it might have been a little bit bigger. I had notebooks. I didn't use these types of notebooks. I used, like, legit notebooks. And I had about, I would say, I think I had 2 that were 5-subject notebooks that were full front and back, every page, no pages taken out, because at the time I used to write with a pencil. Legitly full of stories that I wrote. I actually still have one. I don't know where the hell it's at, but I have a story that I wrote back in 2008, and that was like the last story before I started restarting again. But yeah, I had a notebook that was a 5-subject notebook, front to back, front and back page, of course, full to the brim of short stories, stories that I did from my favorite characters from certain movies. Like, I did background stories of the Brides of Dracula before they became Brides of Dracula. Yeah. You would, what I like to do when I write usually is I put my headset on and I'll listen to music. I usually listen to music. I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of music you listen to, but like when I'm doing like something like vampire based or anything, whatever, I usually listen to like a soundtrack to like a vampire movie. So for instance, if I'm doing something based off of vampires, I would put a playlist together from movies that I love. Underworld, Bram Stoker's Dracula, what's another one? Queen of the Damned, shit like that, because Queen of the Damned has a kick-ass fucking soundtrack if you ask me. Fuck. Anyways, but, like shit like that, and then, whatever, it's mostly rock, like stuff, goth rock or emo, whatever, like Disturbed, Linkin Park, Korn, whatever, whatever puts you in that mindset, because that's when you get the creative juices going. That's how I do my shit. That's only for like when I do vampires. I haven't done a vampire story since the story that I just told you about, not this one. I wish I might be able to find the damn thing. Let me see if it's still in here. I don't know if it is. Because the last time it was in here, I don't know what the hell happened to it. Yeah, I don't know what happened to that story. I worked a hard ass time on that damn story. I think that story, that vampire story back in 08 took like 8 months to complete. And then it took another, I'd say 2 or 3 to edit. And then another month and a half to actually type it out. So, like, writing stories takes a lot of progress. Like this, I'll show you something. This story, I didn't even have to really edit it, honestly. I think there might have been a few things that I had to edit, but like, this was my first story, as you could tell. That's from last year. That was the first time that I actually managed to write something in many years. I was like, since I know how to role play, I figured let's try to act like I'm role playing as someone else. And that's how I did it. Like, usually when I write a story, I just go all in, but that's why it explains with these. Because when I role play online on my computer, I use these dashes. Because this eliminates, now there's actually a way to actually eliminate that. You don't have to use this, but it's a bad habit. But anyways, this is how I usually role play. Being very descriptive, But A lot of people, when they write stories, they're not as descriptive. I feel like if you really want someone to be immersed in a story or a book or whatever, you want to draw them in. Like how Dracula puts a trance on Lucy before he bites her. Basically rapes her, then bites her. You know what I mean? Bram Stoker's Dracula. If you've ever seen the movie, you know what I mean. So it's like that. You're wanting to draw them to that character. You know? You want them to not look back and keep going. Just keep going. I don't know. I haven't even done that in a while. As I said, the last time I did anything like that, like having two characters conversing with each other, was in that vampire that show that story that I wrote many years ago. And that was very difficult because it's kind of hard to do because you're trying to focus on one person. You know what I mean? So you're trying to focus on that one person. Like, say that person is a female who is nervous about answering or whatever. You know what I mean? So, like, she's conversing with a guy who she has a crush on. You can imagine how that's going to make her feel. Nervous, even more nervous, not wanting to answer as much, you know? So, like, that's really hard because then you got to get into the mindset of the guy who is just trying to be nice and have a conversation, basically. While the girl is having a freaking panic attack in her head. But, yeah. I would like to do, like, something based like this. I was thinking about doing, like, a script. You know, like, scripts for movies and shit like that. I was thinking about doing something like a form in this, in a script version. Like, have a list, or not a list, but, like, say, like, this could be being told, this is self-image. This is about a female who's extremely skinny, but still feels fat. And that's actually true, because I've seen women, especially on TV, go through this shit all the time. They look good. They have perfect boobs. They have perfect ass. They have perfect stomach. Like, they're toned, but yet they're not happy enough. They think they're skinny. They think that they're fat, and they keep forcing themselves to throw up, or they don't eat at all to get to where they want to be, which I don't like seeing anybody go through that. So that's why I kind of figured I'd do something like based off of that. But anyways, say like I was doing a script. It would be like, this would be like the script of one person. You know, like, I don't know how you would explain it. Like, this is what she would be thinking before she would say something or whatever. Yeah, bulimia. Anorexia is not eating at all. I will admit it, I have some sort of, well, not as bad now, but I do have a form of eating disorder myself. I don't have either of those, though. I have that binge eating and that fucking purging issue. Though I don't do the purging anymore. If you're not familiar what binge eating is basically eating large amounts of food at once. Purging is basically almost the same thing as bulimia, but bulimia is more like I need to throw up to stay skinny. Purging is basically forcing yourself to throw up right after you eat a bunch of food, because it makes you feel better, because your stomach feels too full, basically. Either way, all three of those can kill you. So, my problem is at night, God forbid. But anyways. Oh, I wish I was skinny, trust me. But anyways. So yeah. That's how I usually write. I throw on a headset, listen to music. Depending on what I'm writing, of course, like if it's vampires or anything horror based, like werewolves, whatever. Now, I didn't do music with this one. I just wrote whatever came to my mind. But like vampires in particular, I get so inspired when it comes to doing vampires because I love vampires. I technically don't need music. Sometimes I do. But when I don't, I think of all the movies I've seen. I've seen so many vampire movies. And I'm such a freaking geek for Christopher Lee, the old Dracula movies. I freaking love those movies. God forbid. But like, I take inspiration from movies. Like, people think I am... There's that word again. Where I take information and I put it into copyright, I guess is not... I guess that would be what it is. I don't know. I think there's a different word for it, but whatever. I don't usually use movie or TV or book ideas. I take the ideas, but I flip them to my... I make them my own, basically. What I do is... I guess that's it. I don't know how to pronounce that. Sue me, okay? But anyways, yeah, I like to take ideas, pull ideas from movies, whatever, and then I take that whatever idea. So, like, say, let's use in my example of my favorite movie, Bram Stoker's Dracula. The idea of Lucy before she gets bit and raped, of course. You know, she's in a trance, right? She's going through the mazes to where the crypt is, which is where she'll be buried when she turns into a vampire and dies, obviously. But, like, you know, I take that idea and I use some of it, but then I use other aspects of what could make it look better and more into my wording, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Like, you know what really kills me is when they remake movies from, like, a long time ago. Now, Dracula is a given. There's so many freaking spin-offs and sequels, prequels, you know, people doing their own thing with the Dracula book movie and, you know, shit like that. That's a given, because Dracula is pretty fucking popular, if you ask me. But, like, you know, with werewolf, like, apparently they're going to be remaking Jaws. Did you hear about that? That pissed me off. I'm like, no. You better not remake my movie. I'll be slapping asses left and right. Like, why would you remake a freaking classic kick-ass movie? Like, for real. Why would you do that? You know? And then apparently, like, they're remaking a lot of other freaking movies. I'm like, come on, man. They're already ruining and butchering fucking Disney movies. Knock it off. I mean, some of the remakes Disney movie-wise are okay. But, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they've been remaking Dune. Freaking Megalodon, I guess, is not a remake, but it's yeah, I don't know. But I hope they don't either, because I love that movie. Why would you ruin a classic? You know? Like, why would you do that? What's wrong with you? Go back to school. So, I'm a big Jaws person. I own 2 t-shirts. I own 2 t-shirts, magazine, and movie. That hurt. Not to brag or anything. Oh. But, yeah. I'm also a big Godzilla fan. Been since I was a kid. Hell, I was even thinking about making my own, like, Godzilla story. But of course it wouldn't be from point of view, because how the hell am I supposed to do a point of view through Godzilla's eyes? He don't walk. He don't talk. He don't think. Well, I'm sure he probably thinks, but he can't talk. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I could do something from a point of view. It would just be a lot of fighting and destroying shit. I think that would be pretty much it. I mean, I could do a love affair between him and Mothra. That'd be weird. But yeah. Not come to think of it, maybe I should do that. Just have him freaking rampage and do fighting sequences between all the monsters that he's ever been up against, which I could tell you, oh, there's a lot. But, anyways, so, let me fix this camera a bit. Oh my god. Really? Do you know which one? There's a lot of them, as much as I hate to say that. There is. I think there's like over 100, maybe more. I don't know. Hold on. Let me look. I'll find out right now. How many Godzilla films are there? Oh! What? Oh! Apparently there's less than I thought there was. What the fuck? Are you freaking kidding me? There's no way in hell. Unless they're just thinking of just strictly Godzilla. Will that only be with... Let me check this shit out. Hold on a second. Okay, destroy all monsters. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. Okay, Terra Mechagodzilla. There we go. What about Ghidorah? Okay, Ghidorah's part. The reason why I'm saying is because I know a couple of them are by themselves. Alright, so yeah, that's right. That's even including the new remake, God forbid, of Godzilla vs. Kong. And I can't believe they butchered the shit out of Mechagodzilla, which really pissed me off. But it's whatever. Anyways, what do you remember what movie it was? Was? Jesus. I would say I would ask you what other monsters were involved, but because of that issue, I think pretty much every monster has been involved. I've seen pretty much every single Godzilla movie. I'd be crazy not to. I even own the cheesy one, Shin Godzilla. For some odd reason, I'm like attached to that movie. There was a lot of them in the 90s, actually. Okay, so I'll list off all the ones from the 90s, early 2000s. So you're thinking late 90s, maybe? Mid 90s? Are you thinking mid 90s or late 90s? Because the way you have it is 90s. Oh God. God help us all. You mean the shitty Godzilla? Okay. That would be Godzilla. I think that was in 1997. Why is that not in here? Apparently it's not in here, but yeah. That's Godzilla 1997. That's what, yeah, Matthew Broderick. That's the one I always said every time I seen Godzilla on the side of the DVD movie case. He looks like he's wearing a freaking top hat. That kills me. I do believe it's 1990. Not 19. This one. Whoopsies. There you go, Matthew Broderick. Yeah. So, pretty shitty if you ask me. Yeah, it's pretty bad. I don't like the ending. But then again, I don't like any movie that they kill off any of my boys off. I freaking cry my eyes. It's even worse with Mothra. Because when they kill her off, she makes this high-pitching scream, like screech. It like pierces my heart. It kills me. I'm a Mothra fan, sorry. But, now, I will say this. The 1997 one, and this movie were the shittiest Godzilla movies ever made. Because in this movie, Godzilla evolves from a weird ass thing with bug eyes to I don't know what. And I don't want to ruin that if you've never seen it. Be thankful you've never seen it if you didn't see it. But, yeah. Are you going to be around later on? Because I was thinking about doing a reading of my projects that I already have written out. Because I already had a couple people, been wanting to see my, stuff. My stuff, I mean, there's a shit ton of them. That's a clear page. So, yeah. I have a lot. But, yeah. I think I'm gonna get off, considering I didn't even freaking do anything other than eat and talk. Not that I have a complaint. Not that I'm complaining about not for talking, but like I need to call the boyfriend and see what the hell's going on with him, and then yeah. I'm thinking. Well, it's 4 o'clock now, so I'm thinking maybe 6 or 7. Unless there's other shit going on, of course. But if not, you have you have on YouTube the bell set, right? Of when I start streaming and shit. There's a possibility I might start playing some Call of Duty too, because I actually calmed down now. But yeah. Yeah. Alright, well, I will talk to y'all. Talk to y'all. Talk to you. Jesus Christ, can't talk. Talk to you later then.